My experiences with my son and psychiatry were, well, I already actually had experience from it from my brother, which was far worse than what I had to go through. My mother actually had social services called on her because they were saying that my brother had ADHD and she refused to give him Ritalin. And then a few years later, my son was 7 and a teacher in his school was telling us that he had ADHD and behavioural problems and he should be put on this drug also, which I refused because my mother had looked into it and just didn't agree with any of the side effects or anything like that. But I had exactly, you know, kind of the same experience with people saying he should be on this drug and trying to force me. It was absolutely awful. I had to have a lot of meetings at the school, obviously, with doctors and GPs and such and so forth, all trying to force me into having my son put on this drug and saying, basically, they were saying that I didn't know what was best for him. Which was the most upsetting part about it, because they were saying, well, you're not doing what's right for your son's mental health, basically. Which, after looking it up, I tend to disagree with. I think I did do the right thing. But it was really nasty. It did get nasty. It was hard to deal with. It was really pretty awful not having anyone to turn to. I didn't know about CCHR. I do now, obviously, and I know they've been around a long time, and I wish that I knew that there was someone there to support what I was saying, because, as I said, at that time, it just seemed like I was totally alone. It felt like I was being ambushed, and there was no one there to support what I was thinking and what I was saying and why I didn't want my son on these drugs. It just felt like I was completely alone, and it's like just upsetting me even thinking of it now, because it was kind of like, well, you're a young mum, you don't know what you're talking about, I'm a doctor, I'm right, so you shouldn't question me. And I just, it was awful. It's the only way to describe it is a battle. And as I said, if I had knowledge of CCHR then, I would have been straight in contact with them.